Hello, 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 hello. Hello there. Welcome back. Random Show. Episode number, what is it? 77 something or whatever? I'm not really sure. What number is it? What number is it? Oh, there we go. 27. Whoops. You can see the numbers. Whoopsie. It's 277, right? Is it 277? No, 227. Welcome back. 227 of The Random Show with your host, Agostino Zinga. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? How you doing? How you feeling, people? Yeah, I can hear you. The hundreds of thousands of you that have come from all around the world, from every fucking corner. I love you all. No, big up everybody. Appreciate you for tuning in. Wild one for the wild one, right? I'm feeling like Mr. Beast today. What's good? But big up everybody. Appreciate you all for joining me. Thank you for joining. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? Yeah, let's bang this one out. A little quick one because I finished work early today. So let's bang out a little quick one because I have to obviously go on and do my thing. Got the gym going on today and he has to do another Taz later on because last time I recorded last night was a little bit low energy. So I need to kind of redo it, all right? So forgive me for those of you that did tune in. I was a bit low energy yesterday. So I need to fucking get some stuff done. But we're going to do a bit of a watch along of the latest episode of TFATK. Head to the gym. Then I'm going to come back, do a Taz. And then I might do another random show later. So it might be all chock-a-block full of stuff today. You get me? And if I conk out in the chair and something bad happens, then it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. But big up the stream chat. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of you right now, right? We're coming at you live and direct from an undisclosed location somewhere in the depths of London. You feel me? Right? Right? We're out here. We're living. We're free. We're doing our thing, right? We got our green juice on. You see what time I'm on, huh? All you guys in stream chat are like, Agostino, don't do the Ozempic, please. Even though I found a very trustworthy darknet seller that could get the powder form of Ozempic, and then via some YouTube videos, I've got some information how I can turn the powder into flipping liquid, put that into a needle, and then inject that into my stomach and get like that over a week. But you guys told me you don't want me to do that. So I'm going back to the way that I know. Running, green juice, eggs, turkey, and keeping it going, all right? And so far, it's really painful, but I'm getting through it. So we're on a green juice thing. We're on our skinny mini thing. The sun is shining, right? All the aunties are out with their fucking butt cheeks just flapping in the wind going, you know, their butt cheeks are going, you know what I mean? That's all the aunties are doing. So I want to be out there too with my fucking mantich juggling in the air as I'm walking to the fucking supermarket, right? As I'm going to Tesco's, I want my fucking chest. I want my tits to be like boom, 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 boom. So we're drinking the green juice because that's what I want, all right? We're drinking the fucking green juice. Big up the aunties in the sundress. Big up the man that got the biceps out and shit, right? Bicep curling, right? Or wanking and getting their forearms nice and strong. We're out here. We're doing the damn thing. So big up everybody. But, big up everybody tuning in. The energy levels for the past streams have been up and really good. But I had some people comment saying, rah, man, I thought someone left me a comment and said, I thought the video was on 1.5 speed. People are so mean to me. Said I thought the video was on 1.5 speed. It was like, no, it's just how I talk, man. I'm just hype on life, yo. And this is me stone cold sober too. So imagine what I'm like when I'm on the ketamine. Right, I mean, like surfing, I mean, imagine that, imagine, I'm unbearable now, I'm a lot now, imagine when I'm fucking, you know, So yeah, big up the people out there leaving me those nice, encouraging comments. 1.5, man, you feel me? 1.5, man, we're out here. I've got a better rating than fucking Brendan Shaw special. Brendan Shaw, I think, you'd be surprised, or Gring Up Happy is at 1.1. At least at 1.5, at least I beat Brendan Shaw, bro, yeah, 1.5 gang. Addy, yeah, exactly. Natural Addy gang. Big up Queso Moses. Natural Addies. We don't need those artificial Addies that you guys have. Nah. Natural. We have those natural occurring Addies. You know what I mean? Those natural occurring Addies in my system. You feel me? Natural occurring Addies in my system. You feel me? Yeah. 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 Big up the stream chat. Big up everybody joining in. Appreciate all of you. Wagwan Queso Moses. Right? Wagwan. Wagwan. What? No, who what? What? Uche, who called me Ass Ketchum? Nah. Gotta catch them all. And by instead of Pokemon, it's fucking crappy stand-up comedians. Oh my god. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Oh my god. Niggas are calling me Ass Ketchum. AZ Ketchum. Bloody yo, Aggie Ketchum. Yo, that is horrendous. That is so rude. That is so rude. Oh my god. That is so rude. Oh, big up King Bayo. Thank you for joining, brother. Thank you for being a believer. Thank you for joining the cause. That is so fucking rude. Niggas are calling me Ash Ketchum. Don't you know this is a very expensive hat? This is like a designer hat. Why are you taking the piss out? This is actually a designer. I paid like £60 for this fucking hat. And you've devalued it and called me Ash Ketchum. Oh, alright, whatever. Fuck off. Fuck all you hoes. Anyway, let's continue. Urban Mario is fucking hilarious. Yo, big up Gamebridge Footballer. Wagwan, my G. Love to you, brother. How are you, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's jump on in. 2 feet. You know how it is. Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Let's not waste any more time out here. Let's get this fucking, let's get this show on the road, as the man them like to say. You feel me? Let's get this blood clot show on the road. So let's see. Is it gonna come up? Hopefully it comes up normally. Bear with me a second as I do this. But big up everyone in the stream chat. Appreciate you all for joining. We're gonna do TFATK episode number 991 watch along reaction. If you don't like TFATK and you hate the show, then you know, maybe you come back for another thing. I'm not really going to do anything else. I'm just going to do this quickly and then I'm going to bounce. So this is what we're going to be doing. Watching TFATK, watching along to the latest episode and seeing, you know, I think they did some fight thing or something. So this is part of their promotion. You know, I don't know, whatever. Let's see Wagwan. Let's see Wagwan with these guys. So as you can see here via the fucking screen, they're already like, there's a new approach to the thumbnails now. There's this weird approach where they're trying to be, I don't know, like a vlog, like I don't know, like this is like they're trying to tap into the YouTube algorithm. Brendan is pulling that redacted face. Brian is looking like an abused elder, hence the title of the show, Elder Abuse. And guess what they're doing? Oh, look, homoerotic fighting again. Yeah, okay, you know, former heavyweight UFC fighter and Brendan Shaw, who's probably 250 pounds, probably has 100 pounds on fucking Brian Callen, teaching him how to do jiu-jitsu and in the process probably hurting him. Great. This banter never fucking ends. Let's fucking go. Episode number 991. Somebody better call 911, actually. Let's see Wagwan. Let's see Wagwan. Yeah, exactly. Theodore, 6 years is too late for clickbait. It's fucking so real. Let's fucking go.
Where you going, Hush? Where you going? Come back to my arm. You almost got rolled. Nope.
What the fuck was that crap?
Brian's eye.
Yeah. Do we have a first aid kit?
No. Did I get hit?
No, it's just it's a scratch. It's a rug burn.
Oh, I see. Okay, Brian, can you come closer to the camera?
No.
Look at this. What this?
It's just a
Look
rug
at this
burn.
fucking animal did to me.
Oh my goodness.
I want to talk to somebody.
It's a
Where is
rug
it?
Oh,
burn.
right, that one right there. Yeah.
Look at that shit. I gotta go home and scare my kids now.
Nope, we don't care about the intro. Fuck off.
Not really. Is it fair to say that a podcast is work? I mean, this is what we do anyway. You know what I
Kind
mean?
of.
People say, do you and Brett
Brian already coming in with the fucking negativity. Fucking hell. Brian is really having an existential moment, isn't it? Brian is really having one of those weird periods that men have sometimes where you just like, you start to question everything. Let me actually get this up on my phone so I can show you guys. Somebody left me a really good comment, actually, that actually encapsulates what the fuck's happening right now with these guys that I want to show you. Bear with me 1 second as I try and get it up here on my phone. I need to show you this comment that someone left me. And I think this is really on point with what's actually going on here with these guys. It's very, very on point because God almighty, man, they are losing the plot, especially Brian. He's 60 years old. He's almost having like a midlife crisis way past his midlife, you know? This is like a late life crisis. I don't know why I'm going with this. So let me get this, actually, is the camera, why am I not centered? Let me get the camera so I can look a bit centered. Doesn't matter. Yeah, cool. So let me show you what I mean, right? Bear with me 1 second as I try and show you what I mean. But somebody sent me an email regarding this whole thing that I think might be somewhat, you know, beneficial to share with you lovely people. Bear with me 1 second as I try and get it up on here. Okay, blah, 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 blah. There's the Gmail, and let's get this up on here on the little IMGBBB. You feel me? Yeah. Oh, shit, my throat. All that ginger is going straight into my esophagus. God damn it, that hurt. Cool, there we go. There's the IMGBB. So let's put this up on the screen so you can see what this person left me. Again, nothing too crazy in terms of a comment, but still I thought something that we could probably riff on concerning what's happening here on the screen right now and concerning what's happening overall with Brian and his constant crying, bitching and moaning. Who would have thought a Tom Brady roast, right? Who would have thought a roast of Tom Brady would legitimately break Brian Callen's brain? Who would have thought that? Imagine, a roast of Tom Brady is breaking this guy's brain to the point where he doesn't know what to do now going forward. He's like, oh my God, my career is like, it's all a fucking scam. I have no idea what to do, who I am, where I should be. Everything's a fucking lie. What in a weird situation we're in. Is it loading? No, it's not going to load, is it? Are you not going to load for me? Come on, you piece of shit. You were just there a second ago. Why isn't it loading? Bear with me a second. I'll try and get this up on my screen. Still nothing. Huh. Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't matter. The person basically said, just to kind of paraphrase, because it can't look up on the screen, that Brian being bummed about not being invited to host the Tom Brady, comedy roast, is equivalent to somebody being bummed they didn't get invited to their old job's Christmas party. And I thought that was so accurately put. That's exactly what it is. But with these guys, it's even worse because, like I said before, they've had their moment in the sun. Yeah, I've got the thing here. Up here. There we go. It's finally here. So big up this person who left the comment. Big up Pete Junebug, right? There's the comment, obviously, that they left regarding the video that I put up the clip, right? And the thing that I think is really important about this is like, the thing that makes this worse or makes them worse is that they had their moment in the sun. Some people don't have a moment in the sun. You know that. So life isn't fair. Sometimes the least talented people make it. Sometimes hard work doesn't pay off. Sometimes you're incredibly unlucky. Sometimes the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Like, things don't work out for most people. You just make it work. You just make, things don't work out for most people. And you just make it work with what you have. But these guys, like, they get a moment in the sun. They get to have a career that doesn't involve that much strenuous hard work. Yes, it's still hard to a certain extent. No one's saying that to devalue their jobs. But still, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the most difficult thing in the world to do. But they're still complaining. Like, how much more do you want? What else do you want? You want to be a movie stars in your 60s? How many of them are there? A-listers, really? How many, or just in general, how many movie stars are there in their 60s prominent? How many stars, TV stars are there in their 60s who are prominent? Things change, bro. It just is the lay of the land. Brian wants to be invited to the Met Gala, go do fucking Tom Brady's comedy roast, have fucking headline shows at the Comedy Mothership all the time, tour, theater. Like, relax, bro. You had quite a bit. You had quite a lot. Like, how much more do you want, brother? Like, give somebody else a chance to fucking breathe, my G.
And hang out. I was like, yeah, twice a fucking week. Find me dudes in their 40s and 50s that actually spend. We're not going to go to dinner or grab drinks.
No, we can't. This is our social
If we live
hour.
3 minutes away, it'd be like, you want to grab a drink? I'm with my fucking kids.
No, you can.
So they're responding. Maybe it's me or maybe it's somebody else. They're responding to the clear. It's pretty obvious to see that these guys don't talk to each other anymore. Again, why do I keep shouting? I'm so sorry I keep shouting, people. I'm really sorry. I think it's the nigger in me that just keeps screaming when I don't need to scream. The microphone's right here. I have a fucking audio interface. I can lower and up my volume whenever I want, and I'm screaming into it. I apologize. Please, don't hate me. Okay. I think they've finally seen people saying that it's pretty clear that they don't talk to each other, right? You can kind of see it on screen. It's kind of clear they don't have a lot of communication outside of the show. A lot of the conversations they do have is on the show. Brian especially finds out things about the show or about shows or whatever that they're doing on the fucking podcast itself. He doesn't seem to be clued into anything. There's not a group chat. It doesn't seem like there's not an email thread. Nothing. All their communication happens in that office or in that studio and nothing more, which is completely different to how it used to be. Before, you could tell that they were on the phone to each other before they got to the studio. They were talking to each other on the phone before they got there. They were hanging out with each other just the other day. Nowadays, they barely really socialize together. And it's pretty evident when they come on screen because they treat it like a job. And it's not even like a job because Abba and Preach kind of do that. They don't really hang out socially together. But they don't really have that, there's not that chemistry that used to be there before. And most of it is because they're not, they're clearly not friends anymore. And I guess in most cases, you just end this show. You just end it because it's kind of run its course anyway. But, the gravy train has to keep on going.
You could come to the crib if you're 3 minutes away. Now you're so far. This checks off the social. This is how I social.
Big up Abe Martinez. Yeah, exactly. It's your class, not your race. I'm a broke Puerto Rican and I'm loud. Yeah, bro. I'm just fucking screaming and telling, hey, excuse me. Like everything is fucking shouting. So I apologize. But big up Abe Martinez. Appreciate you. Let's flip and go.
Socialize.
Yeah, but I'm not drinking. It's not like, woo.
It's work, but a different form of work. Some days are rougher than other. Like on Monday, my back is hurting so bad.
Hey, big up NJ Ranger.
A confounding variable in the podcasting/streaming is the hardest job is that all of these MFs complaining have editors/producers. I'm way more willing to entertain that line if you're doing everything by your lonesome. But with staff?
Exactly. Thank you, NJ Ranger. Thank you. Exactly. It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do in their way. Honestly, if I had what they had, I'd be banging out 17 fucking live streams in a week. Because the podcast studio's already set up. You have to just go in and sit in the fucking chair and just fucking speak. Oh, did you see that thing with Taylor Swift? Oh, what dumb thing did J-Lo say? Oh, Cardi B and Nicki are fighting again. Oh, what dumb thing did fucking Rogan say? Oh, Bert Kreischer's fat. Oh, Tom is unfunny. Like, how hard is it to do that? And then fucking get up and go home. And these guys are complaining. While some of us have to work like double shifts, like night shifts and working in retail and staying up all night and shit and, responding to customers on email and dealing with refunds, having to refer somebody, calling up shipping providers, calling up payment providers, going through the whole process of how they can fucking add a credit card onto their account, even though you have a whole fucking FAQ on your website that shows them how to do it. That's not personal, by the way. I'm just talking in general. But yeah, big up NJ Ranger.
Bad.
On Monday?
You sucked so much cock on Monday.
What?
You got triggered by Netflix.
No, dude, I don't get it. Oh, there goes my energy. Don't say Netflix.
Yeah, it's weird because it's work for sure. It might be more work for like guys like me and Chin, right? Because we have to deal with all the bull.
Oh, work shaming, balance of work shaming, output shaming, or input shaming. Brendan's trying to say that he does all the work. No, you don't do anything. They both do. Basically, nowadays, I don't think he can lord that over Brian. In the past, he could. In the past, he could lord that over Brian, but nowadays, the pod's in autopilot. Chin's the one that does all the work. He's the one that and again, even Chin, I think he's a bit of a job's worth anyway. He doesn't need to come in so early. Yo, big up, appreciate you.
Netflix is a joke is an LARN with Bert, Tom, Tony, even David Lucas doing events 5 minutes away from these two and no invite. That's why the emotions are high.
Oh, fuck. So imagine if that's true, what Assad is saying. So I'm imagining the entirety of where they are is probably covered in Netflix as a joke posters. They've probably got billboards, they've got flagpoles, they've got people handing out leaflets for shows. It's probably on fire now. That part of LA is probably very obvious that Netflix as a joke is on. They've probably got cars and buses going up and down the street. Like, it's probably very obvious that there's a Netflix as a joke festival. And these guys aren't involved. Oh, no. No wonder it hurts so much. It's literally on their doorstep and they have no invite. But it also, to be fair though, let's be fair. Let's be honest too. This is proof that they're not in it really for the comedy. Because they're not even going just to have fun. Because that's what I would do. Even if you didn't get invited, just go to have fun with the shows, hang out with your comedy friends, still get the picture. But they're embarrassed to go if they're not booked. That's why you can tell these guys aren't really in it for the comedy. They don't go to comedy clubs just to watch comedy. Because that's the thing, like, I DJ at a very low level. But I go clubbing all the time. I watch people who are far higher than me in terms of career-wise. I get inspired. I take some notes, I record some videos, I come back to my little shit, and I do my little thing and practice. But, you know, you get inspired by just going and viewing and enjoying the thing, even if it's watching movies, whatever. Something's going to inspire you to kind of apply it to your own art. And these guys don't do it. They actually don't like to go to clubs unless they're getting booked somewhere because they feel like they should be there on the stage too, which again goes back to my point that they're all jealous of each other. Because if you weren't jealous and you didn't feel like you're entitled to things, you just go and watch it. Why not? We saw the lineup. We went through it, right? And if it's a joke, it was a fucking good lineup. Every comedian that you'd want, from the woke comedian to the edgy comedian to the normie comedian, they covered all the bases. They had a 5K run thing that Bert and Tom were doing. They had other shows. I saw Seth Rogen did something. Like, it covered a whole breadth of comedy and entertainment. They could have gone there just to hang out, get inspired, and maybe have something to tell on the podcast. Because that's what I would have done. As a story to tell on the podcast. Oh shit, it was fine parking. Oh my God, that fan that came up to you and said that thing. Da-da-da-da. But nah, Brian's just there like brewing, angry, moody, upset.
Bullshit like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of just.
A lot of
Yeah.
well, it's one thing. Anytime any business, like a friend of mine owns a business, a big business, and
Yeah,
he's
sure.
always like, there's always a fire to put out.
Oh, every morning I wake up, there's always a fire.
Yeah.
Especially because
How do you pronounce always? Always. It's almost Trumpian, isn't it? Always. How? I touched it by the pussy. Always. Always. How do you pronounce always? Always. One more time. Always. Listen.
Always a fire to put out.
Oh, every morning I wake up, there's always a fire.
Always.
Especially because I do so.
Actually, it's not even always. It's always. Hold on, one second. Hey, yo, big up Ironside. Denver native, Ironside. Tell us in the chat. Do you pronounce always like that, Ironside? Ironside, please tell us in the chat. Do you pronounce always? Always. Is that normal? For you Denver people, for you Denverians, what do you call, are you Denverinians, Denvers, Denverons, Denverias, Denbars? Always. One more time. Like, my nigga, what? Isn't English your first language?
So much shit.
Yeah.
So the first 2 hours of my mornings, that's why I wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah. There's always a fire to put out.
Oh, every morning I wake up, there's always a fire.
Yeah.
Especially because I do so much shit.
Put out.
Oh, every morning I wake up.
By the way, have you also got, can someone tell me this? Do any of you guys have friends who talk about how much stuff they do? Do any of you guys have friends who talk about how busy they are? How booked they are? Like, I don't have friends like that. Like, who does that? Who, like, constantly talks about how busy they are? Because I feel like if you have to talk about how busy you are, you're not busy. Because I'll know you're busy. Because most of my friends are busy who work, like, really boring, busy work jobs. They just don't talk to you for a week. And then like, oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you in a text. It was a mad week. Busy people don't stop and say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't text you right now. I'm so busy. Have to go to Pod, have to then go to Erewhon, then I got to go to Trader Joe's, then I got to pick the kids up at baseball, then I got to buy the wife a Birkin, then I got to make another payment on a rental G-Wagon. They don't say that. They just disappear.
There's always a fire.
Always.
Especially because I do so much shit.
Yeah.
So the first 2 hours of my mornings, that's why I wake up at 4, is untangling the fire.
Yeah.
Before I get here.
My buddy David.
Yo, big up Chris Mack. Appreciate you, Chris Mack. Well, Chris Mack. It says, AZ, when I met a bunch of comedians last year at Skankfest, the insecurity, desperation was basically bleeding out their pores. It was wild. They're truly fragile people who simply can't do anything else. No, I've seen that. I think that's part of what makes a comedian special, though. You have to be a little bit fragile. You have to be a little bit sensitive. You know, I think that's why they're really good at doing stand-up comedy, because you use that, you know, you kind of use that as your power and you put that on, you know, you put humor in it and you put it out on stage. The thing that's always surprised me, though, is that comedians don't really that's why comedians don't like doing roast. Most comedians don't like doing roast because most comedians can't really laugh at themselves. That's the interesting thing. And I notice it a lot with Mark Norman. That random clip where Mark Norman's on Luis J. Gomez's show, I think Rap, and they're playing the fucking Cracker Miko song, right? About Bert Kreischer and Tom. And he's visibly cringing. he looks really, don't get me wrong, Mark Norman's always got like a bit of a nervous disposition anyway, but he looks really nervous. Like he looks really cringy. He's kind of disgusted by it. He's let down. Like he's really uncomfortable. And I was like, wow, Mark Norman's like super edgy. He's always got zingers and stuff. And he can't handle hearing somebody dunk on two of his friends in a fucking parody rap song. Like, aren't you a comedian? Why are you so thin-skinned? Comedians are so thin-skinned. It's so odd.
He's worth, $1 billion.
Yeah.
And I see him and I go, what's up? He goes, it's always something, man. It's always something. I'm looking at him going, I'm like, what? He goes, if it's not work where I'm putting out 15 fires and everything is a disaster and they're deep and my stock isn't working.
By the way, another insight here. I don't believe what Brian's saying here. I don't believe he has a friend that has a business. I don't believe there's this conversation. I think he internalizes podcasts and tries to tell them like they're real stories. He watched a YouTube video, he listened to a podcast, and he then internalizes it like it was a real experience. That's my theory. I don't believe any of these stories. I think he's making this whole thing up. He does have a friend that's got a business. He heard someone say that in like a business video. He might have watched like a valuetainment clip or something, and then he's retelling it like it's his friend. That's my theory. I think Brian lies a lot. Like he's an undercover liar. Not as flagrant as Brendan, but he lies a lot. This whole conversation did not happen. That's my theory.
Where I think it should be, and then my nanny quits.
Yeah.
Because of something that, now we have, it's, I know that sounds like a high class problem, but no matter what your responsibility, if you own a company and you have, 7,000 employees or 70,000 employees, you are going to have major problems.
Or what do we have here? 5.
Yeah.
Like and then I have all the other businesses. Like it's always,
but
that's running a business.
Yeah, but people say, well, when I'm really wealthy, I'm going to have a cook. I would never do.
By the way, what business do you actually have though? Businesses. You sell merch on a Shopify online. You don't sell the whiskey anymore. What business does Brendan actually have? Businesses. Is a podcast a business? Who handles all the business stuff? You don't. Doesn't Lex do all the business stuff? Is Brendan balancing the checkbooks? Is he paying invoices? Is he contacting suppliers? Doesn't he have somebody do the set for him? So what businesses do you actually run? Businesses? What? Nigga thinks he's fucking, nigga thinks he's Rupert Murdoch.
Do that. I would never have that many people in my house. They're human beings with their own baggage, their own kids. There's a fucking thing. Somebody's got, their kid's not doing well in school. This fucking guy, it's 1,000 things that you're going to have to be involved in. Nah.
Brendan went quiet because Brendan's got 1 million nannies. Brendan went quiet because he's got 1 million nannies. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, but there's that's like life issues than business.
Yeah.
Business, I mean, it's never like but that's why you start a business.
Is this meant to be a comedy podcast, by the way? Isn't this meant to be a comedy podcast? Isn't this meant to be a comedy podcast? What the fuck is this?
Like, that's just what you do.
That's what you do. That's why you get the lion's share of the
That's
money.
like being mad if you're a UFC fighter that got punched in the face.
Yeah.
It's literally what we do.
Yeah. Well, then that's a larger thing. Do you mean life has problems and that's just the way it is and you keep on moving? Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't have problems?
Imagine the problems they're complaining about. Their problems is not being invited to the Tom Brady comedy roast, which in general anyway, think about it. Just think about that name, Tom Brady. Think about how commercial he is. Think about how well-known he is. Think about the level of celebrity he is. Even if these guys had no issues, no cancellation, Brian wasn't accused of raping and sexual assault and all that sort of shit. Brendan wasn't going through all the drama he went through. No suing of the YouTubers, no Kalila stuff, no Annie stuff. Let's imagine they were pre-2019 and they, now, and the Tom Brady roast happened. They wouldn't get invited anyway. They're not famous enough. Like, isn't that also a fact? Brian's not famous enough. It just is what it is. It's unfair, I know, because you do the same thing as everybody else. You podcast, but you're just not famous enough. Nobody gives a fuck who you are. You're not going to add anything to the show. Those guys that they're getting on the show, they're getting them on there because they add views. They're hoping that the Flagrant 2 fans will watch the Tom Brady roast. They're hoping that Your Mum's House fans will watch the Tom Brady roast. They're hoping Christina Peace fans will watch the Brady roast. They're hoping fucking 2 Bears 1K fans will watch the like, all the people they invite on, they're hoping their fan base is also watching because they've got a sizable fan base. No one cares about their 50k views, unfortunately. That's the lay of the land. It's brutal, but that is what it is. I'm sure Rogan was probably asked to go there. He probably rejected because he doesn't do roasts and shit. But if you're famous and you got a name and whatever, they'll get you on there. But you're not famous enough. It is what it is. Oh, sorry, you're not famous enough to Tom Brady, but you're still famous enough to get 50k views. You're still famous enough to tour your country and maybe do international tours and comedy clubs. Isn't that enough? God almighty, bro. These guys are so ungrateful. It's so wild. Like, they have literally the lives of 1%ers, but they're complaining that they don't have the lives of 0.1%ers. It's like, come on, man.
Problems. Though.
Correct. There's no one. No one doesn't have problems.
No.
No one doesn't have.
No one.
What's that Phil Stutz in that book, The Tools? He says, there's always problem X. He goes, if you accept one thing for sure. Jonah Hill was like, I just feel like, so Phil Stutz is the
Yeah, I saw the
therapist.
documentary. Yeah, take it
and
easy.
he goes, life is
such
a
a
couple
cunt.
things. It's always, there's uncertainty, there's an element of pain, and it's constant work. And as long as you accept those three things, you're good.
This is a weird cope, innit? This is the kind of things that you say to yourself, like, when you get fired, okay? Life throws you a challenge. You know, every challenge is a chance for you to step up to the plate. Like, this is what happens when someone breaks up with you. You know, like, this is a growing period, you know? Like, everyone has their like, it's like you're like, you're trying to convince yourself that you weren't the problem. It's like, what? What is this fucking therapy session that we're having to listen to? Oh, big up Austin Casey. Appreciate you, brother.
Did Brendan used to say he was really good friends with Gronkowski?
Of course
Or am I misremembering that?
He must have. He must have. Should I? Oh my God. Let's see if we can actually find that out. Let's see. Brendan Schwab. Gronkowski. Let's see if we got anything. Have we got anything here? No. We got internet questions. Why is it internet questions here? Huh. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, we got Baby Gronk. He commented about Baby Gronk. I remember that. But maybe not so much anything on Gronkowski. No. But I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure if I just wrote this on the fucking TFATK Reddit, bear with me a second, I'm sure I'd find something. Bear with me 1 second. I'm sure I'd find something because I'm curious to see if this is actually true. Ooh, another person who he says he's friends with. Or even that Julian Endelman guy. I bet he said he's friends with him as well. I write Gronk in. Let's see if I write Gronk into the TFATK sub. Let's see what happens. Okay, no, we got Baby Gronk stuff. That's it. We don't have anything on Gronkowski. We got Baby Gronk only. We've got another. Let's see what this clip is saying. We don't have Gronkowski. We've got Baby Gronk, and that's about it. And we got this.
That's not sustainable.
I don't know if
But
that
a
ever
sweet
goes
potato,
away.
you know, you're like learning.
What's this clip about? Oh, what's this clip about? Why is this here?
That's not sustainable.
I don't know if
But
that
a
ever
sweet
goes
potato,
away.
you know, you're like learning how to.
I don't know
work
if it
with
ever
people.
goes away. I always have it. It's just controlling the monster. Like the chip on my shoulder.
Ah, he shot over him. Oh my God, that was so
I woke up,
rude.
you know, I have a nice house and great family.
Oh my God, look at that from the beginning. He's talking and he like shouts over him to interrupt him. Oh my God, Brendan. What a douchebag thing to do. Listen to this. Watch.
Sustainable.
I don't know if
But
that
a
ever
sweet
goes
potato,
away.
you know, you're like learning how to.
I don't know
work
if it
with
ever
people.
goes away. I always have it. It's just controlling the monster. Like the chip on my shoulders. I can.
One
tell you.
moment, okay.
I don't know if
But
that
a
ever
sweet
goes
potato,
away.
you know, you're like learning how to.
I don't know if it ever goes away. I always have it. It's just. I don't know if
But
that
a
ever
sweet
goes
potato,
away.
you know, you're like learning how to.
I don't know if it ever goes away. I always have it. It's just.
Jesus Christ, he's such a fucking asshole. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Big up Austin Casey. Appreciate ya.
And
But even
Jonah,
Oh, let's go.
you don't accept it.
Yeah, but Jonah Hill said.
It's how it goes.
Jonah, you're right.
Okay, don't accept it. It keeps going.
It keeps going. And Jonah Hill said, I thought that like really successful people didn't really deal with that. And he started laughing. He started going, he goes, sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Did you really think that?
Yeah.
Because he talks to them some pretty,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you who has problems. That guy from, I sent it to you, Chin. So did you watch the original HBO doc? What's it called? The murder doc? This guy, the Jinx.
Robert
Did you
Jordan.
watch the first Jinx?
The
So-
guy about his wife fell down the stairs.
No, that's Stairs. This
Okay.
guy, so murdered his wife, girlfriend, neighbor, and then was never convicted. And so
What?
Jinx Part 1, right? It's super interesting. And remember, he's the guy.
Honestly, when this guy recaps things, it makes my brain hurt. When he tries to recap TV shows, number one, he's gonna spoil the. Number one, by the way, if you haven't watched Jinx Part 2, don't skip over this part. Put me on mute. Because for sure, Brendan's gonna ruin it. He's gonna spoil the whole thing. And he's gonna butcher it trying to explain it. So if you wanna watch it, make sure you just pause me, put me on mute or something, because this guy's gonna spoil the fuck out of it, and he's gonna butcher trying to explain it. Just listen to this. It's gonna hurt your brain.
At the very end, he's mic'd up and he forgets and he goes to the bathroom, but they're still rolling. And he goes, "Of course I killed him. I killed all of them." So then that doc ends. I didn't realize this. Part 2.
Did he just say it to himself?
Yeah, and didn't realize being filmed. So they keep rolling. They're like, "Oh, here's part 2." So they keep rolling after the fact when he says in the bathroom. So part 2 is, first episode. Spoiler: he as soon as he said that, he flees. Right? He flees. He goes.
Question of the day, Samantha B. Question of the fucking day. This guy is so busy. How is he watching all this crap? That's an interesting question, isn't it? I wonder why. Maybe because he's full of fucking shit. Maybe because he's talking out of his ass and he's not actually busy because he only works 5 hours a week and he has nannies and a mother-in-law that lives in the same house and a stay-at-home wife. So what actually is he doing most of the time anyway? Fuck.
Goes to, I think, New Orleans or somewhere, but the cops find him and he gets arrested.
Yeah, guess what? They find
He
you.
gets booked.
You go to New Orleans,
Get him.
they find you.
They found him with a mask, the worst mask you've ever seen. Everyone was like, "Oh, that's clearly somebody who did something wrong." They found him with $80,000 in cash and then his passport. So he's going to flee the country.
Sure.
But they caught him before then. I've only seen episode 1. I think episode 2 just came out. So this is part 2.
Episode.
But here's my question for this Jinx guy. So he got away with 3 murders.
This is
Yeah, good question. Good question you want to ask the Jinx guy, asking to your audience. Brilliant. Well, you want us to answer for the alleged killer? Cool. Pose us a question, brother.
Robert Durst, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a super rich dude.
Yes.
Yeah, Fred Durst's brother, by the way. No, Fred Durst's dad. Robert Durst, Fred Durst's dad. Okay, he's a murderer. Cool.
Ridiculously rich, family rich. So he got away with 3 murders. 100% he did it. He 100% did it, got away with it. Was in trial
Look at his mask.
in Texas. Yeah, mask is hilarious. He was on trial in Texas, got away with it by the skin of his teeth. So if you got away with 3 murders, like, all right, you did it, dude, you got away, congrats.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you agree to do an
His
HBO
reputation.
documentary?
His reputation.
No, his reputation's screwed.
Well, but he probably wanted to salvage his reputation.
Ooh, I disagree. I think
Hey, Brian is talking through him because his reputation's in tatters. Brian's talking through the alleged murderer because he wishes he could get a HBO documentary to counteract all the allegations that he has against him.
it's a narcissist thing.
Yeah, both,
Who
both.
got away with murder.
Hold on, say that again. Narcissist thing. Narcissist. You mean narcissist? What did he say? Narcissist.
His reputation.
Ooh, I disagree. I think it's a narcissist thing.
Yeah, both.
The narcissist can't pronounce narcissist. Oh my god, the narcissist can't pronounce narcissist. Oh my god, I'm dying. Narcissist.
Got away with murder. And he's
Actually,
like, nah, I got
he made it sound like the DJ. There's a DJ called Narciss, actually. He's got a really good tune out. Narciss, the DJ. He actually pronounced it like Narciss. There we go, yeah. This DJ is called Narciss. He's got an amazing song out with DJ Heartstrings. Check it out if you know it. I don't know if you know what the song... What's it called again? It's with Heartstrings. It's a fucking banging song. Is it Heat of the Night? What's the song called? Is that it? Is it Heartstrings? What's it called again? Let me get up on here. But that's funny that he said Narciss because Narciss is actually a DJ. Heartstring. Narcissist. Let me do Narciss on my phone. Narciss. There we go. No, that's it. It's called Heartbreak Repair System. So please check this song out. I'm not gonna play it because the stream's gonna get fucking blocked if I played it. But this is a really good song. It's called Heartbreak System, right? And it features a DJ called Narcissist, who's really good. One of my favorite kind of party DJs, plays a lot of trance type of stuff, right? This guy or this person, I think they go by different pronouns, but whatever. This person's really amazing. So Brendan pronounces Narcissist like Narciss the DJ. Fucking hilarious. One more time.
Got away with it. I think it's a narcissist thing.
Yeah, both.
Who got away with murder, and he was like, "Nah, I got away with it," and wants to be famous.
Yeah.
Because he was just a rich kind of weird guy his entire life.
Yep.
And then HBO comes, major network. It has to be, and just be feeling invincible where he can just get away with anything. And he's like, not only did I murder 3 people, but I'll do a fire-ass doc on it too. And then they went, cool, you're still mic'd up.
I wonder what that is. That's Brian's version of a fake laugh, isn't it? When he does that. When he does that, like that kind of like that Chucky thing.
Do a fire-ass doc on it too. And then
like he's dead behind the eyes. Like, he's dead behind the eyes. It's his version of a fake laugh. It's a Hollywood thing, I think, as well. You're fucking hilarious. I'm fucking crying. And you're not crying. My ribs are splitting. Your ribs aren't splitting. I'm gonna faint. You're not fainting.
And they went, cool, you're still mic'd up, and you admitted to the murder.
I like what he put in his fucking suitcase. I got a latex mask, a revolver with live rounds, 44 grand in cash, 300 joints of weed, and a map of Cuba. Hey, dude, like.
Also, don't say joints of weed like that as well. Can you sound more boomer if you tried? Joints of weed. And the way he's sitting down as well. Joints of weed. What?
300 joints of weed and
300 joints of weed. 300 joints of marijuana.
And a map of Cuba. Hey,
joints
dude,
of weed.
like, be more obvious. Be more obvious. Jesus Christ. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
3 murders.
Joints of weed.
It's interesting, too.
Did you see the doc when he says it?
Oh, yeah. That doc came out
And he just
2014,
was loving the fact that he was pulling a fast one on everybody.
I don't know who told him to do that. He does call his
ego.
He calls his buddies from prison.
You know what I don't know someone did? I don't know why somebody decided. I don't know why someone did this. It's the same reason, brother. You should be able to realize it. It's the narcissist shit, innit? I don't know why someone did this either. Huh? I don't know why somebody decided to do this. One of the most ill-fated podcasts of all fucking time. Why did you decide to do that? Huh? Look where it went from. It went from you being friends to that. Epic fucking contrast, right? Pre trying to fuck Kalila, post trying to fuck Kalila. Look at that. Can you explain why he did that? Of course not.
And his like best friend was like, I told you not to fucking do this doc, man. I told you don't agree to this. Why would you highlight any of this?
Because
and there's like no remorse. Like it's so obvious.
On some level, some people like that want to get caught. Like they were talking about Elliot Spitzer, who was.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna do that. It's on my list. It's on my list, Assad. It's on my fucking list. Definitely gonna revisit the epic. What did Theo call it? It was like a trial, innit? It was like a trial. It was like a trial for like a war criminal or something. It was fucking incredible. We'll definitely check that one out when Brendan went back to Tiger Belly to explain why he thought Bobby was behind the TFATK subreddit and to try to explain why he tried to fuck his girlfriend. He didn't really, to be fair, that interview is really interesting because he didn't really address any of that, really. It was mostly about the 300 pages and Bobby Lee, the phone call where Brian tried to basically threaten him and shit. But he didn't really talk about trying to fuck Kalila. I guess because it was kind of awkward because she's in the room. But that's the part that I was most interested in. Like, can we get to that part, please? Can we get to you trying to fuck your comedic friends, thing?
Governor.
Exactly, yeah, Nuremberg trials, exactly, Jared Miller, exactly.
Who was, he was the governor. He was going after all the Wall Street guys who were like, stealing and stuff like that. And he was a real man of the people. What does he do? He starts frequenting, I guess, escort services.
Okay.
He's got girls coming over, all good.
So far.
He's married and all that,
good.
but he's got, he does his thing.
Okay.
And,
so far, so
and
good.
they were
Keep going.
Yeah. And he's just doing his thing and look, he's getting laid. But
did he get arrested for headbutting?
He's the governor. He's the governor, right? He's the governor. It's like, bro, you're the governor. And he wasn't even that careful. And they were like, and they were talking about the profile, and they were like, look, on one level, on some big level, he wanted to get caught.
See, I don't think so. I disagree with that analysis. I think these guys, especially a governor with power, these guys think they can get by with anything.
Well, no.
Get by or get away. His brain is not working today.
But
and Durst grew up super privileged, super rich.
Narcissism.
Oh, are we talking? Are we doing a Spider-Man meme? Super privileged, super rich.
Right?
And the narcissist, so they're like, they're not going to do it.
The narcissist. Did he say narcissist? No, it was a narcissist. Narcissist.
Durst grew up super privileged,
that's
super
the
rich.
narcissism, right?
And the narcissist, so they're like, they're not going to do it to me.
I know,
like I'm Robert Durst, or I'm the governor of New York.
But,
like,
but
I'm
there's
good.
another side to it, which is this sense of self-loathing. So there's this, like these psychiatrists were talking about it. They were like, it's true. You have a narcissism. I'm untouchable. I've gotten away with everything. There's another side.
I feel like this is like a preemptive warning. This is like 5 minutes later type of thing. I think that's, I have a prediction. Something bad's going to happen to them, innit? Touch wood, it doesn't, but the way these guys are talking, it feels like this is like a precursor to something terrible happening. I don't know what, but it feels like something bad's going to happen to these guys. Why are they talking about this shit? Or they're just in a bit of a reflective mood. Something, I don't know. I just got, something's in the air. Something's in the air. You know what I mean? I sense something. I don't know what it is.
If you hate yourself enough, that it's going to take, like when they were looking at what he was doing with Elliot Special, they were like, of course you were going to get caught. Hey, you were the governor. You didn't even cover your tracks. And it was like, on some level, you had to know you were trying to get out of this life. You were.
See, I don't think they do. I think a guy like that, and then this Robert Durst, I think they're literally like, nah, they're not going to catch me. And if they do, I'll get out of it.
But subconsciously, there's another.
I don't know. I think sometimes yes, and sometimes no. I think there's.
What they're disagreeing on. I think also this is another example. This is another observation I've seen from these guys over the years. I think they do this disagreement thing. This is gonna sound weird to say, but I think they do it as like a way to like show that they're intellectual. It's like a weird thing. Like they think if they disagree and they have their own points of view on things that they clearly agree about, it's almost like they're like showing that they're listening and they've got critical thinking skills and they've really sat with their thoughts. Like, do you know what I mean? It's almost like, why are you disagreeing about something you both agree on? Like, what? Big up Addy Z.
Mr. Bean and Cheese and Mrs. Wine and Cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. That's just, you know what? That's what they should do, actually. If they were smart, one would release a t-shirt that has beans and cheese. One would release a t-shirt that has a glass of wine on it. That would be it. You know what I mean, that would be. That would be a good one to sell, like a little illustration in the center. Bean, cheese, or maybe I should do that. Maybe I should draw a bean, a bit of cheese and bean, an illustration of a wine glass, and then if you know, you know. You know? If you know, you know.
Such narcissists.
I think a murderer is different than a guy who's getting laid.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Very different.
Like I think OJ murdered Nicole and was like, I'm OJ, I'll get away
He's
with
always
it.
gotten away with it, right?
Yeah, and so his entire life he's been spoon-fed,
He's been
and he gets away with it,
yeah.
and he's the golden boy. He's like, nah, I'll be able to figure this out. Kind of figured it out.
How long? When was he when do you figure he was being treated like a prince because of his football?
High school.
Right
They
away,
said
right?
high school. He was such a freak. Yeah. Freak.
So already he's untouchable.
yeah.
Already.
So his whole entire life is like
and
that.
good looking.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
Getting any girl he wants. You know, restaurants are, you know, he's not waiting in line. Even in high school, he's probably going in there taking care of him right away. So right away he's getting the perks. When you're Robert Durst, right away money's taking care of everything. Money solves all problems.
Also, you know, the guys, like there are a lot of guys who make a lot of money like that, who are that focused, and that is sometimes a sociopath profile. There are a lot of sociopaths that are super
Chin, look
successful.
up how he made his money. I'm pretty sure it's family money.
Durst?
Yeah, Robert Durst.
worse.
I'm pretty sure it's family money.
Worse.
Yeah,
Even worse. Aren't you from family money? What do you mean even worse?
worst of the worst.
Yeah.
And then what's crazy is he should have 100% been convicted.
He had inherited from his family, or how he acquired millions of dollars
Yeah.
later on. Oh well.
His family is known for its real estate holdings. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of
Inherited, acquired wealth through a family business, through other real estate ventures.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, it's
Yep.
all family money, old school family money through real estate. They made some money, but Yeah, it's just wild because when he was on trial in Texas for murdering somebody, the evidence was so clear, but he hired this baller ass lawyer who, flipped the whole thing on its head. But the one guy, who voted not guilty, the one guy is his best friend now.
Really?
His best friend now, and his wife became his assistant. And then they have them on video when he was on the run. They came to his hotel and cleaned out the hotel.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did he murder these people?
Hey, yo, could this pod be any more boring? God almighty. I think Kill Tony Live is happening soon, isn't it, right? Kill Tony Live, right? Or am I mistaken? Isn't there going to be a Kill Tony Live? Yeah, there is, in LA. Yo, is everybody in Austin no wonder. Again, whoever said that before, no wonder they're so depressed and being annoying. Everybody from Austin is also in LA for the Netflix comedy thing. And they're doing all this shit. They're doing Kill Tony. They're doing Netflix shows. No wonder they're all so depressed. They're not getting invited to anything, are they? All their friends are there now. The Comedy Store's back up and jumping because all the old people are there. Oh, I get it now. I get it. Is it going to be live streamed or is it going to be live on here? Is it live streamed or not? YouTube Theatre on Sunday. Can I buy a ticket for the live stream or not? On the theatre experience, ticket allows you to access to the live stream. Oh yeah, nice, cool. I might do a fucking live stream of this. I'll probably have to do it on fucking Magic, innit? Yeah. £35, $35, fucking hell. But I might have to do a live stream of this, but I'll have to do it on my Kick. So if you're not subscribed to my Kick or you don't follow my Kick, please do. The Kick link is down below in the description, kick.com/Agostino Zinga. I'll probably do a live stream of Kill Tony on that Sunday, May 12th, right? I'll probably do a live stream of it because it might be cool to kind of watch. Kia Forum, So yeah, if you're around, we're going to do the live stream of Kill Tony. What time is it on? Does it say a time? It doesn't, does it? Live stream. I don't know what time it's on though. Let's see if it tells me when I click buy. Enter your, you got to make an account. Annoying. What time is it going to be on, bro? Just tell me the fucking time. Is that not possible? Just tell me the fucking time, mate. Wonder what time it's going to be on. Oh, from 8 p.m., right? Is it Sunday 8 p.m.? Cool. Where is that? Sorry, let's just click this. Let's click this link. Bear with me a second as I get this up and running. Let's see. So YouTube Theatre, Kill Tony, live from LA, Kill Tony live from 8 p.m. they're saying, right? And I guess 8 p.m. So yeah, let's do 8 p.m. LA time to UK time. What is that? 8 p.m. LA time. What is that? 4 a.m. then on the Sunday. Is it 4 a.m. on a Sunday? Yeah, okay, cool. I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to live stream that on Kick. So if you're not following my Kick, please do. Link is in the description of the show. It's kick.com/Agostino Zinga. I'll live stream it on there. Let's have some fun and watch that. That should be quite good, actually.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Do we know?
It'd just be crazy, man.
Was he killed his wife? Is that what he said? Or
Killed his wife, a girlfriend, then a neighbor.
His wife, a girlfriend, and a neighbor.
Yeah.
So the neighbor
Just a
was probably
murder.
a witness?
No. Had nothing to do with him. No connection. Just likes to murder.
Beat his wife by her family's account, forced her to have an abortion, beheaded a man he had killed as he sat in a pool of blood. Okay. Well, it sounds like he's a psycho.
Well, look
He's
at
found
him.
guilty of the
Dude,
fatal
hey,
shooting of a
look
confidant.
at him.
Let me see him.
His face, his eyes he's just dead behind the eyes. And the first episode of season 2 is great because they're sitting down with the investigator right when they catch him. And he's like, I know what you want from me. You want me to tell you if I was there, quote unquote, how the murders were done and where they were done. He's like, if I were to do that, let's say not well, but if I did, how can you help me? And the investigator, the cop's like, you mean like, how can I help?
Oh my God, come on, spit it out. And I'm like, and he's like, and the cop was like, and then they're like, he walked up the stairs, like, opened the door, like, and then put his hand, like, and then he said, oh my God, when I put my hand around her neck, like, she stopped breathing, like, and then I said, like, God almighty, bro. Ah! God damn.
Help you like get to a better location if you go to prison? He's like, Isn't that what we're talking about here? And the cop's like, yeah, I'm sure I can help you do that if you give me the information. He's like, all right, I'm not going to do that, but I just want to make sure. Like he just, and the detective was like, I thought we had him, but he's just playing these games.
Yeah, it's just a really bad, just a psycho. Just got off on.
He has eyes like a great white shark. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, he sure does. Yeah, all right.
So he murdered, is it two?
Not gonna lie, he kind of looks like Brian. No? Don't they kind of look the same? don't they look the same? It looks like it could be Brian's dad, uncle. They kind of look the same.
Two wives, or is it a wife, a girlfriend, and the neighbor?
Well, he beheaded his friend. He fatally shot his friend.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, and then I guess he beheaded a guy, beheaded his neighbor.
Which he doesn't look like a strong guy.
So they investigated concerning 3 alleged crimes: the 1982 disappearance of his wife Kathleen.
That's the first one.
McCormick, the 2000 murder of his longtime friend Susan Berman, and the 2001 death of his neighbor Morris Black. So look.
But
if you
he
get
took
in his
18
way,
years off and then murdered somebody and then took 1 year off and
Got to
felt
take
like
18
murder
years
again.
off. Got to take some time off.
Serial
until the
killers
itch-
take some hot years off
until the
too.
itch. So serial killers apparently will, just like alcoholics when they get sober, as you get older, they stop killing. As alcoholics, drug.
Big up Assad. After he murdered them, he was quoted as saying, "You're my girlfriend now." Legend. And big up David Guerrero as well. You think he wears those dunks while he works on his truck? Oh, mate. Honestly, that whole truck arc is hilarious, man. Bragging about working on your truck when you just take it to garages and leave your fucking credit card there is fucking banter. Because from what I know, again, I don't know much about cars, but when I was into cars and reading Max Power magazines, part of the fun of getting into like modding cars was doing it yourself, even if you fucked it. Even if you installed a carburetor wrong, even if you fucked up the alignment on the fucking steering wheel, whatever you did, changing the fucking exhaust or putting in a new sound system, even if you fucked it up, the fun was figuring it out. That was part of the fun. You fucked it up. You have to buy the part again. That was part of it. Like, you know, fucking up your finger, cutting yourself, you know, maybe losing a finger. Like, all of that was part of the fun of working on your car. Having like something to look forward to doing on the weekend after a long day's work, of the work week. This guy's just taking his car to the garage, leaving it there, putting his card there, chip and pinning it, or sometimes just contactless pay, and then driving off. Like, what's the fun in that?
Drug addicts get older, they go sober, almost
Certain
always,
ones.
unless they die.
Yeah, certain ones.
Certain
There's some serial killers that don't. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, you got to watch that. That part 2 is so
I'll
interesting.
watch it. Did you watch the part?
Yeah, I still remember there was a guy in my neighborhood, right? In this area I used to live in London called Beckton. There was this guy around the corner, I swear to you not. He had 2 of these cars. You know is it Starsky? Starsky and Hutch car. He had 2 of these in London. These cars are massive. He had 2 of these cars that he he restored. He bought them, both of them were destroyed, and he did it from the ground up. I saw him, like, when they brought them to his house, like, literally imported them, and they were all rusty and fucked up, and he did the whole thing, from spraying the body to having everything, the whole shebang. He did the whole thing, upholstery, interior. It's fucking insane. This guy in my neighborhood who had this car, he had 2 of them. I think he was like a black guy as well, if I'm not mistaken, which is even weirder. Black mixed race guy, whatever, who did these cars. And I remember thinking, like, wow, bro, that's insane. Every weekend you see him in his garage, fucking sorting it out. So when I hear Brendan doing a whole modding thing, I think of this guy. I'm like, he would be ashamed of that. Do you know what I mean? That looks so fucking cool. Imagine that. And this car was so huge too. It took up like 2 lanes in London. Like, big up that guy wherever he is. Hope he's alive still, because he was a fucking killer.
Part 2?
Oh yeah, that's what
okay.
we're talking about, dog.
Yeah.
I think episode 1 just came out, and then episode 2's up.
Did you see?
Yeah, man, Beckton. Big up Beckton. Yeah, that's where I used to live, man. That place is horrendous. It's built on top of a skip. It was built on top of a landfill. So every morning it would smell like rotten eggs. Horrendous place, man. Awful, awful place. Awful, awful place. And one of the worst places as well, London, for connections. Hardly any good trains. I think there's only got DLR there. Like, it's a weird place. It's kind of like in East London, but it's not really. It's a weird fucking bizarre place to live in, honestly.
Dune 1 and Dune 2?
No, refuse to.
Excellent movies.
No.
Excellent movies.
I refuse to. Watch, he's gonna get into Dune years later and start fucking talking about it ad nauseum. Like, honestly.
I was like,
Did you fuck the popcorn lid?
I didn't do that
Do you know what I'm
because
talking about?
No, because I was
No,
I
I'm
watched it
talking
at home. Yeah,
Better
long
place to do
movies.
it. Or is it long?
I get some good sleep though.
Sci-fi,
I can't
right?
say- Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not really though. Not yes, but no. It's I guess it's more religious. It's almost like it's just good, fucking good movies.
It's a good movie.
Really good.
Doesn't matter what it is. This is a great movie. It's just a great movie. Fucking Villeneuve, how you pronounce his name, is just a supreme level fucking director. Dune, you don't even have to be into sci-fi. Dune's one of those movies similar to like Game of Thrones, early seasons of Game of Thrones. You don't have to be into fantasy to enjoy Game of Thrones. It's just fucking a great story. Do you know what I mean? At its core, it's a fucking great story.
Chalamet. We were making fun of him when we had our boy here.
Who?
When we had Devil, what's his name?
Devil?
Ron Perlman?
Yeah, Ron Perlman.
Ron
Yeah,
Perlman.
remember we were talking about Timothy Chalamet. He is a straight up movie star. He's so good.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Duh.
so good.
Oh, is he now been humbled? So Brian watched Dune and then got reminded that there are some people who are famous for a good reason. Right? He got reminded that Timothy Chalamet isn't famous because he just looks like a cute twink, which is obviously part of the reason. He's also a really good actor.
Him and Zendaya?
Oh man, she's great too.
She's so talented.
Yeah.
In Littlefoot, or Smallfoot, she's great.
Look, some people like Anne Hathaway. I was watching her. Some people just have it. That movie stars have something where they're so good all the time. You never see them acting. They can do anything.
Yeah,
And
we take it for granted.
this guy didn't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But acting wise,
Hey yo, big up Eric C in the chat. Wagwan, long time no see, Eric C. Hope you're good. Hope you're good, brother.
I was pretty good, not bad. But just that's a different thing.
skill set.
It's a different look. It's a different thing.
B, let's take a little break so you can
Oh my god, so boring.
get this. All the
Any
nasty
juicy bits? I want to see some juicy
mode?
bits. Come on, let's move.
had from Bussin' with the Boys had the forget which one. They
I know
had,
what you're talking about.
They had one of the guys on from Florida Georgia
the long-
Line,
yeah.
and so Florida Georgia Line, massive band,
Yeah.
two guys, massive. They broke up.
Really?
And Will asked him, was like, what happened? He's like, one day, his partner, I forget his name, he's like, he just came up and was like, hey, man, I'm going to do my solo thing. And he was like, what? He was like, he was out of left field. Like, we're crushing it. We just we're about to sign a new deal. And he was like, no, don't do this now, man. And he's like, it's just what I feel like doing. He's like, man, like, it doesn't make sense. And he's like, no, I'll still do my own thing.
Is this like are they preempting the breakup of TFATK? It's gonna follow the same fucking narrative as Georgia Florida what's it? Georgia Florida Line, whatever the fucking band is called. Hilarious.
We'll
Or
get
Florida Georgia Line. Florida Georgia Line, Georgia Florida
back
Line.
together and we'll do both. And he was like, his name's Taylor. He's like, no, it's not going to work, dude. Like, just getting to this point takes
They
so
were
much work.
at the peak of their
Peak.
the
Selling out
highs.
arenas. And his boy's like, I'm
That's
out.
crazy.
Big up.
Yeah, that redact doesn't know what a synopsis or summary is. He always has to fully spoil everything.
Exactly. He just described the whole thing. I told you. That's why I told you guys, if you want to listen to this episode, if you want to listen to this little stream I'm doing, please be aware that Brendan's going to spoil and ruin the entire plot of the Jinx Part 2. I told you. Pause me or skip me because this guy doesn't know how to... But also, he doesn't know how to summarize. He has no ability to summarize. He'll just stop. Yeah, so that episode, like, he'll do a play-by-play of the whole entire episode. Not even give you, here are my thoughts on it at the end, what I took away from it, a question I had in my mind, allude to something. Nah, full-on spoils. That's why Joe was so angry at him. Remember that time when what Joe Rogan was talking about? What show was it? I forgot, it was recently. Joe got really angry at Brendan about spoiling something. What was it? Joe Rogan... Brendan spoiling. What was it? He got really angry about something, really. He's like, don't spoil it. No, stop it. You had to remind him, stop, shut up. What is it? Oh, I don't know what it was. There was a show that he said, don't spoil it or something. Doesn't matter. Fuck off. Doesn't matter. Let's continue.
Easy.
But Taylor had a good point. He's like, man, it's like you're basically in a marriage because they were.
Isn't his name Tyler, by the way? Is it Taylor or Tyler? Why do they keep calling him Taylor? Isn't the guy's name Tyler? Florida. And again, don't ask me why I know this. Don't ask me why I know this. Florida Georgia line, right? Isn't the guy named Tyler, not Taylor? Florida Georgia line. Isn't his name Tyler or Taylor? What is it? I'm sure it's Tyler. Yeah, it's Tyler. I fucking knew it. I knew his name. I don't know why I retained this information, but I knew his name was fucking Tyler, not Taylor. Why does he keep calling him Taylor? Or is it? Oh, I think he's getting him confused with the other guy, Taylor Lewin, right?
But Taylor had a good point. He's like, man, it's like you're basically in a marriage because they were together for
100%.
10 years,
100%.
more than 10 years. Like you're in a marriage. Obviously, there's no sex, depending, right? But there's no sexual favors there. But you're in a business marriage, and he's like, then you go through a divorce. And that Taylor's like, yeah, it was like a fucking divorce. He's like, we went and saw couples therapists.
Yeah.
He's like, we went to therapy trying to figure this out, and it still didn't work.
Metallica did that.
Yeah.
Metallica literally had to go see therapists because they were like, and they were talking about Radiohead, which I think is an incredible band, but they.
So which one wanted to be solo? Was it Taylor Hubbard wanted to be solo or the other one? Who wanted to be solo? Because I still don't understand what he's fucking talking about. Who decided they want to be solo? Since 2021, Hubbard's bandmate Brian Keeley signaled an intention to record and release. Okay, so Brian was the one that said, I want to be solo. While music remaining on the Florida Georgia line with the support of Hubbard. Simultaneously, Hubbard revealed he would occasionally record collaborations as a solo artist as well. The first of these single was Undivided with Tim McGraw, which released in January 13. He then, by the way, is Tim McGraw on roids? Tim McGraw. Is he on roids? What are we saying? Is Tim McGraw on steroids? Is that a thing, or does he just work out really hard? What are we saying? Is he on steroids or not? Is Tim McGraw on steroids or not? What are we saying? Is he on that juice, or is he just on acai bowls and turkey breast and like boiled vegetables and shit? What are we saying? Is Tim McGraw on the roids or not? Look at him, because he is absolutely. I don't know. He might just be. He grows a great beard though. By the way, it looks like he's got a good Wolverine beard. What are we saying? Is Tim McGraw on the juice or not? He's on the juice, but puts in the work. Yeah, for sure. Because he's an older dude. How old is he? He's like in his 60s, isn't it? Look away. Look. This is funny. Tim McGraw's in better shape than Brendan Shaw. Can you imagine that? And he's way older than him. And he's far busier too. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to the thing. So, as I said before, it was the other guy, Brian, not Tyler, that wanted to split up. He then featured Hubbard signed a record deal with EMI Nashville on May. Oh, there's an actual EMI that's specifically to Nashville. There's a Universal Music Group that's only based in Nashville. Shit. In May 2022, plans to release a solo album on the label. He released a debut solo single called 5'9" later that month. 2022, Hubbard announced his debut. Okay, cool. All right. I didn't know that. I thought it was the other one that wanted to be solo. I didn't know it was the other one. Fair play.
Are on it.
Because the other one looks, he could be, not to be annoying or mean, but the other one is he's the more good looking one, right? Quote unquote. The one with the long hair. I think they both got long hair, but I thought the other dude would be the one who wanted to be solo, but it's actually the other dude, right? Yeah. So I thought he would want to be solo, but it's actually this guy who want to be solo. Okay, fair play.
Private jet, and then they're
big up Joe from MIA. Wagwan, my G.
Performing, and like they tour 365 days a year. After a while, you're singing the same songs over and over and with each other. That they were sitting on, the journalist said they were sitting on the plane and they couldn't even look at each other. They were just like, fucking, this is
sick of each other.
And you can't say, it sucks being a rock star. Nobody's going to listen to that. But meanwhile, they're like, I got to sing the same song every fucking night.
I think did they not have the money? Just be like, I'm out. You think.
But don't you guys do the same thing? This is like a weird, are they trying to are these topics a way to soft break up? Or they actually think because this is the same thing with them. Why don't they just end the podcast? They're doing it clearly because it pays the bills. They don't want to be there. It's work. They're always asking about how much time. You could tell they don't want to be there because they always ask Chin, have you done enough? Have you done an hour? they're kind of already looking to go. They get really antsy. They don't want to stay any extra. You look at old episodes, it would go, most of them would always go over an hour, 30 minutes. These times, it's always like just over an hour, if that. So the same reason why they keep doing the TFATK, even though they don't enjoy it, is the same reason why these bands that clearly don't like to play together or don't like hanging out with each other and get bored of the songs they play, stay together too. Because it pays, isn't it? You got bills, you have to keep it going.
One of them.
You'd be surprised, right?
No, I know.
You know?
Depends. If
Yeah,
you're
exactly. Big up Tim Okazi. Exactly. You notice it, right? Like they don't like they treat this like a job. They clock in and clock out. Like, and it's odd as well because, you know, it kind of shows with the content. It's not great. So they which I understand too. They've been doing it for a long time. I don't expect them to be like, you know, jumping in the air every time they record. But it's like, come on, bro.
bad with money, you have a big nut every month. You're like, I have to tour every single week to cover my nut.
Did I ever tell you? I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Steve Perry from Journey.
Yeah.
So Journey, the band,
possibly the greatest singer of all time.
I
hope I'm not speaking out of turn. You don't know him. What are you talking about? Just say the fucking story that you heard on another podcast somewhere. I hope I'm not talking out of turn about the guy from Journey. You don't know him.
100%. And such a good guy, such a nice guy, and I got to know him fairly well.
Yeah, right.
And
big up Theodore.
With all the stuff Chin does for them, could he be considered their personal butler?
Oh, for sure. Chin would love that too. Chin would love that. Chin would love that. Chin has that weird traditional that where he defers to people that are older than him or people that make more money or more, you know, have a better job than him or something. He has that weird thing. So even though he's older than Brendan, he still kind of sees him like an uncle, like an elder or something. So I think he'd be more than happy to like serve them and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like bring them fucking toast or a fucking butchered boiled egg covered in shells. Like he'd love it. He'd fucking love it. That'd be his dream job, actually, outside of singing or something. He'd love that.
He even came to see me in a musical. That was fun, singing. The band was so nervous. I was singing right at him, fucking with my shower voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
Rodolfo Duran, go fuck yourself.
So Steve is doing his thing, and we're hanging out.
Oh, you guys
Journey,
are so
the band
mean.
is broke. They still have to tour, right? And then Steve kind of like had a parting of ways with them, so he hadn't sang.
Well, didn't he get cancer?
He had cancer. I think he had thyroid cancer.
He had to take a leave of absence because he got cancer.
So
they put in the little Filipino kid.
Yeah, so he couldn't sing.
A little.
Well, no. He had been broken up from them before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he just hadn't sung, and he drives when you see Steve, right? He's super modest. He drives a Volvo, like a beat up Volvo station wagon.
Okay.
And he talks, he goes, yeah, you know, I have a little place here. And, you know, and we used to be like this. We'd be like, damn, man, we love him so much. It's like such a bummer that he just, you know, he's a rock star and now he's living this modest life. He's driving this fucking
Volvo.
So my friend who's a director she goes, I'm trying to find a flight. I got to go.
Another story you heard on the podcast or heard from somebody else. It didn't happen to him. He doesn't know any of these people. Lies.
To London, and it's just everything is like expensive, and I can't find the right flight. And Steve looks at her and goes, "Do you want to take my?" He goes, as we're all talking, he goes, "Do you want to take my jet?" And so she goes, "Yeah, right. I wish." And he goes, "No, I mean seriously, you can take my jet." And she just goes,
"It's Steve McQueen."
She goes, "Wait, you have a jet?"
And
he goes, he's so modest. He goes,
"Steve McQueen." It's Steve McQueen. His brain he can't concentrate, innit? He's already thinking of other things. Steve McQueen.
It's Steve McQueen.
She goes, "Wait, you
His mind was already wandering. Oh my God. Brendan, man, pay attention for just a couple minutes. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. It really isn't that fucking hard. I swear to God. Man was just sitting there thinking, oh shit, have I downloaded the Tower Inferno?
I mean, seriously, you can take my jet."
He said, hold on. Is Le Mans on TV now?
And she just goes,
It's Steve McQueen.
She goes, wait, you have a jet?
Or,
And he goes,
Steve Perry.
he goes, he's so modest. He goes, it's just the way I like to fly because I'm, you know, he goes, I just don't,
guys thought
for
he
me, I
was
just
broke?
tend to be more private. And so my friend goes, Steve, we thought you were broke. And he goes, he starts laughing. He goes, you thought I was broke? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I saved all my money.
Yeah, he's
All of it.
balling.
He's just, but he's one of those. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not speaking out of, but he's such a wonderful, like.
I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Like, stop humble bragging that you know him allegedly. Just say the story, bro, or don't say it.
Honest guy.
Yeah.
We were at my sister's house, and he's sitting there, and he's talking about, you know that song "Faithfully."
Yo,
You
big up
know his
NJ
ass is
Ranger.
thinking of either Lightning McQueen or Kevin James right now.
Yeah, exactly. His brain just went. He couldn't handle it. To be fair, like looking at this, listen to this episode though. To be fair, big up NJ Ranger. He's actually I don't know if they had a conversation behind the scenes. He's not interrupting as much. Have you noticed? He's not interrupting. He's kind of letting Brian meander and go on his boomer talk about, you know, fucking, you know, Journey and his sister and his dad, old people talking, white people music. Like, he's actually letting him talk for once. He's not interrupting. Like, I don't know if they had a conversation behind the scenes. I don't know if we have to thank Sanaz again. Sanaz is adding, look, they got timestamps, you know. So I'm not sure if this is Sanaz is thinking, if they had an internal conversation or just themselves talking, but he's actually letting Brian talk for once. Credit to him. Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I love that song. And we're sitting around talking to him, and I was asking him like he goes, well, it started as a Western song. Somebody else wrote it. It was a Western song, and and then he goes, and then I was thinking to myself, well, what if I just sing it like? And he sang like a verse of it, like right there in the chair.
Still do it?
He hasn't lost a fucking beat. We were just like, what the fuck?
But
He's so good.
So he left Journey?
Yeah, he
just got
left.
sick of it.
They just had a parting of the ways because Steve was the guy he's the guy. But the other guy the guitarist was a great writer and a great guitarist. And I think they were just two alphas, you know, and
Great writer, great guitarist. You don't have the voice of an
you hold on to
angel.
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry?
Hold on to Steve Perry. If he's in your band,
Steve Perry? The Stevis of Perrys? The Perrys of the Stevis. The Perrys of the Perrys of the Stevises. It's not the Steve, it's the Perry. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Just using filler words to act like he's concentrating. He's not listening at all. Oh, God.
you do everything you can to hold on to that man because he's the band. When I think of
greatest
Journey,
voice of
when we
all
think of
time.
we think he's got the most
Mike Perry?
beautiful voice.
Oh.
There's no one that can do his voice. You never hear anybody doing karaoke to sing that.
It's
motherfucker.
him and then homeboy from Queen.
Yes, I agreed. And
Those are the two best voices of all time.
good person. But also, I think dealt with a lot of like when he was a rock star, he dealt with crazy stalkers, crazy stuff. I think it just really he does.
Haters on Reddit. Is he going to mention haters on Reddit? Haters on Reddit.
Yeah, he doesn't like, but he doesn't like celebrity. He does not like celebrity.
It's crazy. Oh, that poor guy got all famous, man. People are crazy.
No, I hear you.
Cry me a fucking river.
I hear you.
Jump in your private jet, dude. Sing me a goddamn song.
It was so funny though.
Yeah, bands break up with Florida Georgia Line.
That's how I am. Sorry to interrupt.
Seems like there's something more going on there though, because the other dude that he broke up with came out with like not a diss track, but like country diss track, talking like shit to him.
Did it do well? Oh, he's talking shit to him.
Yeah, saying like I'm gonna tell my side now. Like it's not like he's been on this.
Hey yo, guys. I think I got to take it back now. I understand why Brian and Brendan are so depressed. It's almost making sense now why they're so depressed. Look at this. Now I completely understand. I completely get why they're so depressed about everything that's going on. And they're kind of having this weird reflective moment about their careers and they're crying and complaining and whatever. Look at what I found. Oh, man. This is a reminder that things aren't going well for you. You're kind of, not really doing anything special anymore. Look at this video. Big up the Matt and Shane secret podcast subreddit. Look at this. Look at this video. All the special guests for Shane's show in LA. Look at everyone that came out. No wonder they feel so left out and not involved. Look at this. Look who's coming out. Special guest. Look at the cheer. Hear the cheers. Stabby baby there. Great time. Big screens. Everyone's having fun. Huge cheer from the crowds. Wow. Then Stavi brings out Andrew Santino, another LA native, another friend of Brendan and Brian's. Look at the cheer from the crowd. Everyone's going crazy. They're loving it. Brendan and Brian are probably seeing all this on their feed, pissed off. Packed crowd. Matt McCusker comes on stage. Look at the crowd. Did you hear that? Roar! The roar from the crowd. Matt McCusker's on stage now. Look at that. All that fun. Look at that. Look at the crowd packed. A packed theater for the most part. Big screens, great production. Who's coming out next? Who's the next big comedian that's one of their friends that hasn't invited them? Shane! Look at the crowd. Look at them. Look how happy they are. Now I understand why they're so depressed. Now I get it. Look at the theater. It's almost full. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's almost literally full. Oh my God. It's almost full. Holy shit. Look at that. That must be so much fun. I love these screens too, but I'm a big fan of this setup. I love this setup because it gives you a chance, if you're sitting in the bleachers, to see the show. You get to hear them. You also get this massive screen so you can see the, you know, the physicality of them and shit, right? That's a pretty decent show. It looks fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in LA, I definitely would have gone. This is good value for money. This looks actually like an improvement. This looks like a better version of Bert's one that he did, like a comedy festival. And obviously because it's Netflix, that's the thing. Because it's Netflix, everyone goes because they all want to be in a good books on Netflix and get special there. So it attracts all the best comedians. I'd imagine so. So it's like a commercial, well-to-do version of Skankfest, right? In a way. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look how happy they are. Look at the standing ovation from the crowd. No wonder Brendan and Brian again, I have sympathy for them now. No wonder they're so depressed. No wonder they're so depressed, bro. No wonder they're so upset because look, they were part of this crew. Now they're on the outside looking in. Yo, big up Austin Casey. Appreciate you, brother.
Cry harder, Boppa and Ray Pass. You major redacted, but
exactly. Cry harder. Exactly. Bro, look how fun this is. Wow. Now I totally get why they're so upset. Now I totally understand. I totally understand, man. I totally understand. Because, wow, that looked like a fun show. That looks like a fun fucking show. Value for money. All your favorite comedians coming out. Everyone having a blast. Can you imagine how fun that must be? Oh my God. No way. We have to check this out as well. Look at the Comedy Store account. No way. What's this? Let's do this. Let's check this out. The Comedy Store Instagram account. No wonder now it's all making sense why they're so depressed. I'm getting it now. Oh my God, bro. They're literally they're literally this meme, innit? What's it called? What's that? Is it SpongeBob, right? SpongeBob left out meme. That's literally them. It's literally them. Oh, we don't want new. Yeah, this one. That's them. That's literally them. The whole entire comedy scene is out having a fucking blast. And that is basically them in the TFATK studios with Sainaz and Chin trying to make each other laugh and have some fun while everyone's out there having a fucking blast. Look at this. So here it is, right? I know. Where's the Instagram? Look at the Comedy Store Instagram, brothers and sisters. Look at the Comedy Store Instagram. The Comedy Store is back up and popping. The other day, look who was there. Kevin Smith doing something. They had an after so the after party for the Tom Brady roast was at the Comedy Store. Who the fuck is that? Is that Dave fucking Chappelle and Shane Gillis and Mark Normand? Oh my, who's the other people? Someone called Moffat Picks and person called Lenny Penny. All these people, all having a blast. Brendan and Brian, nowhere to be seen. Nah, I'd be pissed off. Oh my God, isn't that the football player? That's fucking Drew Bledsoe. Drew fucking Bledsoe's there. Shit. At the Comedy Store. Having a blast with all the other comedians. Oh my God. Jeff Ross is there. Schultze. Tony Hinchcliffe. They're all there. Brendan and Brian are at home. Brendan's pretending to fix his truck. The Lemon. Taking all the money. Oh no. Sugar Sean O'Malley's there. Full Effect having a blast. Oh, no wonder they're so depressed. Oh shit, Bert, shirt off. Having a blast. That's Sam J also smashed it at the roast, by the way. Sam J fucking killed it at the roast. Killed it, Sam J. Big up Sam J. Mark Norman, Shane Gillis there. Who are these people? Another famous. Oh, Kim Kong Dong. Kim Kong Dong was there. I forgot this guy's name. Vecchione, is that his name? No, Rich Voss, sorry. Rich Voss is there. Big up Rich Voss and Kim Kong Dong. Oh shit. Oh shit, Jimmy Carr. Jimmy fucking Carr was there in the Comedy Store having a blast. Oh, no Brendan and Brian. No invite for Brendan and Brian. Look at all the people. Look at Matt and Shane having a blast too. I don't know who the other guys are. John McKeever. Big up John McKeever. Yeah. Some other black guys are there too. Big up Purple Dodge. Or Purple
All
Pitch.
the ostracized comedians start an alt club.
Exactly. Honestly, I feel bad for them, but I'm laughing so much. I'm laughing so much, man. I'm laughing so much. Cool. Let's see the other picture. Now we understand why they're depressed. Now we understand why we got that 10-minute. What was fucking John Mulaney there? John fucking Mulaney was at the Comedy Store. One of my favorite comedians, by the way. I fucking love him. John fucking Mulaney was there. Dave Chappelle at the Comedy Store. Oh shit. Mark Normand. I don't know who this person is. Who's that? Ken Flores. Jimmy Carr. I don't know who this person is. Big up Jetski Johnson. I don't know who these black guys are. I don't know who this person is. Who's this with a hat? Big up Paul Rodriguez. Oh, look at them having a blast in the Comedy Store. All these comedians in the industry laughing, joking. Drew Bledsoe's there. I forgot that guy's name. I forgot his name. Gay guy. Justin Martindale, right? Is that him? I think so. Oh my God, bro. No wonder they're so depressed. Another picture. Look at that. More pictures of celebrities. And again, I'm only laughing, not because I'm being mean, but I'm only laughing. Big up God's Node. Appreciate you, brother.
As Bappa would say, Sugar Mally O'Shawn was there. He's my boy.
Exactly. Yo. Sorry, Austin Casey, bro. That's Austin Casey, not God's Node. But regardless, big up Austin Casey, big up God's Node. You know why I'm laughing? Because this is self-inflicted, people. It's only funny because it's self-inflicted. They both got too big for their shoes. And look what's happened.
Remember that scene in The Social Network where Eduardo reads the document which states his shares were diluted? Eduardo is Brendan
Exactly. Brilliant reference, God Node. Brilliant fucking reference in a brilliant movie. I'm actually rewatched that on the weekend. Fucking brilliant. They did this to themselves, people. They did this to themselves. Don't cry for them. Don't have sympathy for them. They did this to themselves. They had the perfect position. They were in Joe Rogan's inner circle. They were right up underneath his fucking bosom. They had it sweet. All they had to do was just go through the motions. Brendan played the role of the lovable Chad, the lovable meathead, the lovable bro, the lovable sports junkie, whatever. Brian played the role of the fucking effeminate, fallible, cucky type of guy, whatever you do, and just stay in your lane. And they would have been fine. They would have been still enjoying the riches of this connection they have, but they didn't. Big up Theodore.
A real life example of pushing down everyone until you are the one down bad.
Exactly. If they just would have played their roles. Exactly. God damn it, bro. How hard was it just to kind of chill? And now look, all their friends. Look how fun this is. Don't you hear them talk about this all the time? Don't you hear these comedians say, "Oh yeah, the Comedy Store hallway, the hallowed Comedy Store hallway, all the people on the side have been passed, all the conversations and the chats, the fucking 8 balls that get passed between people's hands, the little baggies that get passed in between everyone's hands as they're chilling, right? The drinks that get shared, the cigarettes that get exchanged, the fucking numbers of baddies that get fucking DM'd." The fucking waitresses, they finger bang against the walls. And they're not there. Oh my God. It's funny. It's sad, but it's funny. Look at them, they're all laughing. Every picture they're laughing. We make so much money. From our podcast and all our sponsors and our jokes. Sucks to be Brendan and Brian. And Brian said he was sad because he didn't get invited to the roast. Life is so sweet. Rogan loves us and not them. Look at them. Drew Bledsoe was there, bro. Drew Bledsoe was there hanging out, man. Drew Bledsoe was there hanging with the boys. Still in the same suit he was to the fucking roast. Having a blast, getting fucked up. If you watch the roast, you see how fucked he was anyway on stage. He was already tipsy. He's still there, having a fucking good time. Drew Bledsoe hanging with fucking Paulie Shaw and all the other comedians, calling up some fucking baddies, just chilling. Imagine all the stories they have, partying with Drew Bledsoe in the Comedy Store. What a good time to be alive, man. Brendan and Brian at home. Brendan pretending to play daddy. Oh, God. Who's this guy? Hugo Galaxy, Ant Amarella. Look at him. Everyone's laughing and having a good time. Belly laughs. Belly laughs here. Look at that. Full glasses. Heavy pours from the bartenders that love you. You pour your own drinks. Everyone's happy you're there. Schultzy laughing. Everyone's having a blast. Kill Tyranny Flagrant. We make all the money. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, what do you call it? What's her name? Something Kerrigan. I like her actually. She's really lovely. She's really nice. She comes across really nice on pods. Look at her having a blast. It's Eleanor Kerrigan, in the bar chilling. Big up Uche.
The Death Squad died.
Exactly. R.I.P. the Death Squad, bro. The Death Squad is finito. That Death Squad is donezo. But actually, good point. Uche, Joe Rogan Death Squad. Let's look at the lineup, and I bet you will see something interesting here. Death Squad. This will make it even more interesting. Let's see the lineup here. Where's that picture with all them on the lineup? Bear with me a second here. Where's that picture with all them? It's like an old picture with all them on the lineup. Let's see if I can find it. Is it on the site? Death Squad. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like a lineup picture. Death Squad lineup. Let's see if I can find it. It was like a line with all of them on there. I'm trying to think if I can find the image. It's like an image of it. Anyway, let's just look at any picture here. Let's look at some ones here. All these people are still around. That's the thing. Only Brendan and Brian are the ones that are not around. All these people are still around to a certain extent. Jim Florentine, not so much. Tom Rose, not so much. Dean Del Rey still around. Sam Tripoli still around. George Perez is still around. Brian Redband is still around. All these people are still there, but any people that are not there, Chris D'Elia's not there anymore, is he? Hey. Whoa. The Death Squad is finito. Oh, yeah, do you remember? That rash guard guy, innit? Is he still about? I forgot what his name was again. Oh, mate, so fucking funny. This is fucking hilarious. Imagine the rage these guys have opening up their Instagram and seeing this on their feed. They're probably so angry. The Comedy Store is back to how it once was for one night only. Everybody having a blast. Last picture before we move on. Look who else was there. Fucking Post Malone. Post fucking Malone at the Comedy Store, hanging out. Drew Bledsoe, huh? Look at that. With the comedians just having a blast. Netflix. We make money on our podcast. Everyone loves us. Like, look at them all having a blast. Ah, yo, fucking hell. I'd be so pissed if I was them. But again, they did it to themselves. Don't cry for them. Oh, look, that's that guy. He was on some TFATK stuff, wasn't he? This guy, Craig something. He was a TFATK guy for a bit. Do you remember? He was doing some King of the Sting stuff for a bit. Everyone that left Brendan and Brian has flourished. Martin Lawrence is there. Fucking hell, legend. Big up fucking Martin Lawrence. Nikki Glazer's there. Nate Bargatze's there. Annie Lederman is there. The original victim of the drug walk. Yo. Paulie Shaw, nondescript Asian. Oh, Ronnie Chang. I don't know who that is. Who's Ronnie Chang? Oh, that's that guy from that Marvel movie, right? Cool. Jimmy Carr's there again. I don't know who's the guy next to him, by the way. I don't know who's the guy next to him. Kevin Christie. Big up Kevin Christie. Look at everyone smiling, having a blast. Ah, Bobby Lee. Where's Brendan? No, oh look, even Crystalia's pedo friend. Crystalia's alleged pedo friend is there. What's his name again? I don't know. They didn't tag him, did they? Crystalia's alleged pedo friend is there. I forgot his name. This guy was one of the guys that was fucking allegedly recruiting some of the fucking underage girls. Even he's fucking there, but Crystalia isn't. Imagine how unfair that is. Imagine how pissed off you'd be. This guy's there, Crystalia isn't. I'd be annoyed. Like, how the fuck does the pedo recruiter make it and the pedo doer doesn't? Fuck, bro. The pedo recruiter's there. God damn. God damn. More people smiling. That's Ian Findance, right? Ian Findance. Big up Ian Findance. Yeah. More people smiling. Oh, man. I fucking love it. This is so hilarious. No wonder they're so depressed. I can totally understand why they're all so depressed. Oh, look at these shows. Everyone's got shows. Everyone's got shows. Everyone's doing stuff. Except them. They can only got themselves to blame.
Oh, PR thing
That's not
saying
necessary.
it depends. Like, did he steal money from him? Don't dress like that, right? But did he steal money from him, or what's going on there?
I don't
you know. So
have you seen this?
But I was thinking about it. Like, you and I have been together 13 years now.
Yeah, bro.
Like, we've never once I've been like, I think it's the end of the Fire and the Kid. Never.
And also,
it's always been home based. No matter.
Yeah, you know why? Because it makes money. I like how they're trying to act like they're noble or something. Like, you've never ended it because it makes money. Why would you end it? It, like, allegedly they get paid. Let's say, how can we hypothesize it? Yo, big up. Who's this? Big up Skate
sees
Things.
that pic of Post Malone and says,
No, sorry,
he's
Austin
on
Casey.
Ozempic. Huh?
Baba says exactly. exactly. Big up Austin Casey. Appreciate you. But how can we check anyway how much money did we wouldn't know, innit? But to be fair, what was it? Was it 30 grand? Let's say they probably make 100 grand a month on the show. Why would you quit that? You know, of course you'd keep doing it, even if it's shit.
Big
Why would you
sucks
quit?
everyone. Zynga Nation for life.
Big up, big up, big up. Appreciate you, Skate Things. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh my God.
Like, even when you're doing, I was thinking about it today, like driving in, like even when you're doing your TV show at the height of it, you and I had all my Showtime shit. Like, never
Always
once
here.
did we think about quitting Fire and the Kid.
Never.
But you know why though? They didn't quit it because it made so much money. But that's the interesting bit of the law that other people have mentioned also. When they were both killing it, or in that not killing, or pursuing their TV careers or their non-podcasting careers, they kind of didn't take the podcast too serious. I think Brendan missed a couple. Brian will keep coming late to shows or to podcasts and stuff. Brendan will be pissed off. So they were trying to look for other avenues to get away from doing the podcast all the time, but it never kicked off. Luckily, and probably to give them some credit, they did make the smart decision not to ever try and cancel the show, because imagine if they cancelled TFATK and then everything that happened to them happened. They'd be fucked now. So at least TFATK is their, like, as I say, home base. But it's not through some like noble thing or some, you know, amazing foresight. No, it's because it just happened to make money because you started it super early. They kind of got that early, what do you call it? They kind of got that early, you know, that early people. I don't know what the term is. Something, it's like an early advantage when you start things. It's like DSP, Dark Side Spiel, that streamer who I hate. He started live streaming or play games online when it wasn't really a thing. He was doing it with a fucking camcorder recording a TV. So obviously, even though he's terrible at games and he's a terrible human and he begs for money all the time, he's still going to be somewhat successful because he started early. And as long as you be consistent, you basically have a career for life. So yes, get credit for it, but also don't gash yourself up.
Never. We were always here.
Never.
Always
Also,
here. And,
me more than you, but
and
yeah.
you and I would never ever go bad on each other. Like I would
God,
never.
too easy.
Like in a million. But even if like it was.
Oh, famous last words. I would never go bad on you. Really?
All fucked up. Like there's not a.
Can you imagine Brian doing a BGL? Can you imagine how the TFATK subreddit, the YouTube channels would explode if Brian did a BGL and went on a fuck Brendan Shaw press tour? Can you imagine if Brian Callen did a BGL and went on a fuck Brendan press tour? How fucking amazing it would be. It would everyone would be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? That would be so fun. He knows all the bodies are buried. All the details. It would be so fun.
A shot.
No.
I'm not going to be like, yeah, Brent.
You know why? Because we're not bitches.
We're not bitches.
No.
I'll say it to you.
Yeah.
You know, I'll keep you busy. You know,
Yeah.
we got to do a little more jujitsu just because that was people like that. But I have to say, just
You've been training harder?
Well,
Did you go back to your gym?
I got a little fucked up with the fact that it was that easy for you. But I have to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be cocky.
Yep.
I have a couple of things I want to try.
Whatever you want.
And I want to
Whenever
show
you
you.
want.
I want a couple things,
Sure.
and I want to show the fans for real how to get out of things like a headlock, how to get out of a bear hug, all those things with a bigger guy.
I dig it,
and,
dude.
And those are the things I can do.
We'll see how it goes.
So I won't.
By the way, you know, some people are saying, big up the people in the comments of my other videos and stuff. Big up this person called Chris, who said Brian needs to leave Brett Schaub. Some people are saying that it might be the Schaub is the actual bad, is the one with the bad reputation. Because everyone that's left Schaub has all been successful. Could anyone see a scenario where Brian leaves TFATK, does his own thing, and suddenly his acting career takes off again? Could that happen? I don't think so, because I think it's a rape thing. I think it's allegations. I think if ever he got announced for a show, they just dig up the allegations again and they would just keep regurgitating it and it'll be over. But could he actually leave Brendan, and be successful? Could that be possible? Because we've seen evidence of it. Look at what happened to Theo. Theo left King and the Sting and he hasn't been bigger since. Every single person, Chappelle Lacey, Malik B, Cat even, Shrimp. Fucking Shrimp was at there's a picture of Shrimp, the other fucking intern, at the Netflix is a joke thing. Yes, he went with his brother, but he was there. So I wonder, if Brian left TFATK, maybe it would turn his fortunes around. Maybe he'd be back on fucking FX or doing some show on fucking CW or whatever channel he's on. Maybe that might actually be the golden ticket. But he's too afraid to leave a good job and a steady paycheck.
Well, I want to say another thing. Fuck you.
Yep.
And fuck you again, right?
Yep.
Because I don't like how you're talking. It's already making me mad.
Yep.
And this time, we have mats, and I'm not going to be nice.
Okay.
Cool?
Cool.
All right, good.
Whatever you want.
We're buddies, though, right?
We're buddies, man.
All good. Here, put your
We're
hand
not
on.
like Florida Georgia line.
No, we're not Florida Georgia line.
No. And those guys got a lot of heat. People made fun of them, right, Chin, in country music, like because they say
They were like
pop.
They were like they were considered like the Nickelback of country music, but because they had like hits, constant hits, but it was like really poppy. Yeah.
Man, does it slap?
They're all hits, yeah.
That's like people that make fun of Nickelback. They had him. I forget what he was on.
Of course, Brendan is going to be one of those people that tries to defend Nickelback and say, oh, they actually got some good tunes. Man, shut the fuck up, man. It's just a normie take on music. Like, you got the worst taste in everything. Actually, Nickelback. Oh.
The lead singer of Nickelback was on some podcast, and they asked him.
Chad something.
Yeah, Chad Kroger, right?
Oh, yeah, you love Nickelback, but you can't name the fucking lead singer. Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, the lead singer, Pablo. Like what?
Kroger, yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
Chad
yeah.
Kroger. So, Nickelback's always
Sure.
And it started with 40-year-old version when they're playing Nintendo 64, and he goes, how they were doing jokes back and forth, roasting each other, and he goes, how I know you're gay, and they go back and forth.
Nickelback.
He goes, how I know you're gay, you like Nickelback. Well, that started just a frenzy of people making fun of Nickelback, and they're like the butt of the joke forever.
remember that
Like,
joke.
oh, you're gay if you listen to Nickelback. So they asked him, they said, did it hurt your feelings, when people kept making fun of you? And he goes, you know what? It was a good way. He wasn't cocky about it. He goes, it would, but we were selling out arenas. And I don't know if you've looked at the record books, but we're one of the top 5 most selling bands of all.
Of course, Brendan will use Nickelback as some sort of thing to measure because Brendan's head, success is always tickets sold and money made. It's never about the quality of the art. It's never about who you inspired. It's never about the people you touched. It's never about your impact. It's always about money and tickets sold. That for Brendan is the ultimate, defining thing of a fucking someone's success in arts. Which is funny because he quit stand-up because he couldn't sell tickets. So technically, by his own, way of kind of judging things, he was a stone cold, undeniable failure. And no one wanted to hear him do jokes because he had to quit comedy and there wasn't enough demand for it. It's actually funny the way he processes stuff. It's really interesting how he views. Oh yeah, they made look my fucking bank account tells me different. You guys must think I'd make terrible music, but my bank account says different. It's like, all right, cool. Congratulations on your bank account. Your music still sucks. Your comedy still sucks.
All time. And he's like, I think if we were doing bad, it would have hurt. He goes, but literally we were like, okay,
we're fine.
Selling out show. He's like, if the audience wasn't there, it would affect us more. But okay, have fun.
When I go out there and I like in Tacoma, when I see a full room, it's all good.
Oh yeah,
it's all good.
Now imagine arenas.
Oh my God, it's like you can't. What? What did you say? What's your white noise over there?
Yeah.
Shut
No,
up.
Nickelback slaps, dude.
Oh yeah, by the way, in case you guys are wondering, yes, the rumors are true. As somebody once said, if you know that law, you know Wagwan. But there is a new little Patreon episode that I put out now at the moment, courtesy of my Patreon. Check it out. The Patreon is patreon.com/Agostino. Join for as little as $1 per month. And you get access to all my Patreon stuff. There's a new reaction there for the Tom Brady roast. Part 2 is available. It's available right there. It's available right there. Part 2 of the roast. Part 3 is coming up tomorrow. So if you want to see part 2, it's there. If you want to see part 1, it's also there. Check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/Agostino, which is AGOSTN. You know the link in the description. I don't have to say it. Check it out. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you feel the same way about Creed? Because,
I don't mind Creed.
Are they
make fun
really
of him.
popular still?
Creed and Nickelback have that same kind of fandom.
But I feel like Creed stopped making as much music, didn't it?
Nickelback has like some hits.
Bangers.
Creed had a few, but Nickelback has so. When you look up their charts, you're like, oh my God.
I don't even know.
These guys are so rich.
When you look up their charts, hilarious. When you look up their charts, what does that mean?
Give me a song.
Nickelback?
From Nickelback?
Yeah.
This is how
Photograph?
you
This
remind me
photograph.
of
They're good. They're a good band.
Yeah.
But Creed, the reason why Creed kind of messed up because the lead singer Scott Stapp, he got like addicted to drugs and kind of went wild. And
Didn't he try
now,
to commit suicide in Miami?
He did like videos. I remember he did like videos of him going crazy, and then eventually he sobered up, and now he's good. And I think they're touring right now.
I remember when the guy Limp Bizkit,
Fred Durst.
Yeah, he tried to. He was making fun of him, and then I respected what's his name from Creed.
Scott Stapp.
Scott Stapp said, "I'll tell you what, let's fight, and we'll give the money to
I did
charity."
that.
He goes,
That's cool.
Why don't we fight, and we'll give the money to charity?
Nickelback's having
and,
a
and
bit
Fred
of a-
Durst didn't, and he goes, so he didn't do any, and what's his name goes, he doesn't want any of this.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll dig that.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I dig it.
You know.
Nickelback's kind of popping back up.
I saw them. Yeah, I saw them in like
Honestly,
my
this
Instagram.
Nickelback-
Nickelback,
Come
and
on,
then
move
because
on,
they sing
move
that
on.
song, "I woke up in the back the bed." You know that Hardy song?
They're on it with him, right?
Nickelback did it their version. It might be better.
Have you seen this car jitsu? So now,
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So
Randy
stupid.
Couture
Yeah.
and
Mark Coleman.
So Mark Coleman.
I
So
love all
our
those
boy
guys.
John Brankus is the one who's putting that on Brinks TV.
Oh, is that the one where they fight in the back of the car? I think I've seen it before as well. I don't know if it's called Karjitsu. I've seen it as well. It's quite funny, to be fair. It looks hilarious.
And he texted me. This is a real text. I'll show it to you. He goes, dude, August, you should do Karjitsu. Listen to this. He goes, with Brennan Schaub. And I call him, I go, John, do you think, how long do you think I'd last in a car with Brendan? He goes, I don't know. You know, I go, is this a serious question? Like, in a car of all places, forget it. And he was like, all right, well, who do you want to go with? You know, I was like,
being this fascinated, like, is there something like, I don't know about you, but are you ever this fascinated about whether or not you could die fighting an ex-professional athlete or ex-professional fighter in a car? This fascination that Brendan has, Brian specifically, or maybe even Rogan as well, with like getting into fights with like professional fight. Like, what is that all about? What's this obsession with, like, how would I do if I sparred Conor McGregor? If I got into a ring with Ryan Garcia, what would happen? It's like, what is this obsession? Like, what is that? Have you ever? I've never thought of that in my head ever in my life. Have I thought, oh, if I get into a fucking, you know, if I hold mitts for Tank, would I survive? Would my hands not be okay? It's like, what? What is this weird fantasy? I don't understand it. It's so bizarre.
I don't know who I'd want to go with. Sanaz. You and I are gonna be in Karjitsu because I don't want to lose, and I'll be nice though.
What kind of car?
I don't think it matters. I think. Hold on. So I'll tell you a company I wouldn't invest in is if they said you got to invest in a company, and I said, "What's your pitch?" And they said it's car jiu-jitsu, and I said, "Okay, who's?"
But that's the thing, though. He doesn't have any idea of business entertainment. It's a fun. It's like the slap fight thing, the slap league thing that Dana White's doing. It's just pure and utter debauchery. It's not debauchery. It's just pure and utter like ratchetness and recklessness and stupidness, right? And people getting, you know, head trauma and CTE for nothing, for peanuts, basically, in terms of what they're paying for prize money. But the car jiu-jitsu thing could easily work, especially if they got like a partner. Right, they got like a car manufacturer to partner up with them or something. It could work as a business, unfortunately. So people like to watch fucked up shit, and what better, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to watch, like, you know, 3-on-3 MMA fights? Like, it might be actually quite crazy, like a WrestleMania, but it's MMA or it's a UFC, so it's real. That'd be pretty insane. So, you know, oh, by the way, he looks like he's having a stroke there, isn't it? That deserves a screenshot. It looks like he's having a stroke. I like that face. He looks like he's having a fucking stroke.
Who signed up? Yeah. Like, well, we got Randy Couture. I'm like, legend. That's fantastic. Yeah. Mark Coleman. Oh my God, legend. UFC legend. That's fantastic. Who else? Okay, well, you know the guys from Firing the Kid. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, Brian Callen is the 57-year-old comedian is going to fight. Who would be good?
It's not good if they're reaching out to us.
No, he's just my buddy. I've known John forever, so you know.
You're my buddy like too. You'd be the last person I would invite to do a jiu-jitsu competition, and I love you.
Hold on.
You're not a jiu-jitsu guy, right? We have fun with this. We have fun. You know, I have fun fucking you up on the camera.
Don't say fuck.
No, it's so fun for me, right? Because it's so easy.
Hey, you're getting me heated up.
And I should.
You're starting to get me heated up.
Good.
Because I've been doing a lot of shit lately.
Yeah,
a lot of shit.
That's cool. But if I'm doing like a jiu-jitsu competition, right?
Yeah.
You're not on the Rolodex, fuck face.
Hey, dude.
Right?
You be careful because right now I will literally put my knee on your fucking belly.
Sure. Now, do you think how?
Honestly, these conversations, this kind of banter, this fight. Oh, I'll fight you. Oh no, my dad will beat up your dad. No, my dad will beat up your dad. Oh, my brother can beat up your brother. It's like, yo, you guys are like in your 40s. Your another one's about to be in his 60s. You have kids and wives, and like this is the banter. This is the conversation you have.
How many no's did John get before he got? It was like, what do you think of Brian Callen? And they're like, he does some of it, right? We saw him on Instagram fucking around with Schaub.
If we're sitting like this,
let's hit up now. Brian.
If we're sitting like this and I get the jump on you, you're still gonna have your hands full.
It's all day, man, all day.
In a car?
Yeah, I know.
You can't use your legs.
I know, it's crazy, right?
If I'm on top of you,
dude. Trouble.
What are you gonna do?
Trouble, dude.
Big up YMA Gaming. Basically calling me a pussy without calling me one. You wouldn't get wanting to fight someone better than you unless you train. You can learn a lot from people better than you. It's literally just wondering theories in real time. So me questioning why they fantasize about fighting trainers is me basically showing that I can't fight or something. Is that what you're trying to say? I love how people interpret things that you say and view it in another way. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for calling me a wuss. I enjoyed that. Appreciate you.
Trouble.
You wouldn't get it. You don't fight.
Hey,
You wouldn't get it.
I'm getting a little heated.
You should.
My dad knows karate. Your dad
And I'm
doesn't.
heated at John that he asked you to do anything regarding to martial arts.
I said to my wife, does your wife check you periodically?
Never.
She
no,
doesn't, right?
No.
So my wife's,
Alpha, right?
My wife's
Alpha,
my,
right?
My wife's
I don't
my
drive
biggest,
a Tesla.
My wife's my biggest fan, right?
Yeah.
She's my biggest fan. And like, I love her so much. And
I love how this is like a conversation because they don't have a conversation. They don't talk, do they? Does your wife check you? Like, as in banter. Every wife should check you. He doesn't because they don't have a conversation.
check you periodically?
Never.
She
No,
doesn't,
I'm
right?
not- No.
So my wife's,
Alpha, right?
My wife's
Alpha,
my,
right?
My wife's
I don't
my
drive a
biggest,
Tesla.
My wife's my biggest fan, right?
Yeah.
She's my biggest fan. And like, I love her so much. And she, but I said, I was like, just kind of sitting there and I said, I'm a little sore. She goes,
Wife guy. We got NJ Ranger. Wife guy is fucking hilarious. We got wife guys.
why? I go, well, I don't know if it's because I tried to wrestle with Brendan and nothing I was learning in jiu-jitsu worked with him. And it's really weird how it's weird to be with my friend who can kill me that quickly. And then she, because she has had some experience with pro athletes. And
Yeah. She's grappled.
Hey,
No, I thought we were vibing. No,
hey, dude.
No, we're just going over the stuff.
Hey, dude.
No, but you grapple with
Keep
big
it down.
guys, and she's grappled with
Keep it
bigger
down.
guys. Black.
Hey, dude.
What? No,
Either
she's
way.
had her matches. She's had her matches. Next break, B.
Let's talk about.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I think that's a joke because she used to have probably ex-boyfriends that are black. But yeah, that's me done, guys. I'll leave it for there. We'll do the other half another time. I'm gonna head up to the gym now. That was so fucking boring. Wow, it's hard to get through these shows. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like this is how I feel. Having to do watch-alongs for TFATK, that's how I feel. I feel exactly like this. That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. But yeah, gym time. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all of you as per usual. Like the stream before you leave, please. Do me a favor and like the stream. Like the stream. Do me a favor and like the fucking stream, please. If you don't mind, like the fucking stream. Also, new patrons out at the moment. Patreon.com/Agostino. See my part 2 reaction of the Tom Brady roast. Part 3 is coming out later tomorrow, so check it out. Part 1's there. Part 1's there. Part 2's there. Join. It's only $1, £1 per month. Easy, cheap. You can get all that access on there. But yeah, thank you for joining me and chilling out, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Never a fucking chore. And yeah, man, like the stream before you leave, innit? And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. For now, take care. Peace.